Hi guys, Dr. Osha Ratcliffe with LC Wellness Wednesday. Now, if you're first time here, welcome, subscribe to my channel. I'm here to share message about wellness and health. And if you're coming back, thanks for watching. Now, this week we continue our topic about fasting. And you know what? You guys asked me so many interesting questions that actually I'm gonna take time today to answer those questions. One of them was, what do I do if I get very, very hungry? Now, remember, I always say many times when we think we are hungry, we actually thirsty. So my first recommendation is grab a full glass of water and see if that's gonna go away. There's also option like teas, herbal teas, mint teas. You know, as long as you fill up your stomach even with liquids, you shouldn't be starving. The last one would be a bone broth. Bone broth is amazing. It's protein and it's collagen. It's what your bones, your skin, your hair, your nail needs. We have a great replacement here in the bone broth if you cannot make your own at home from Dr. X. I'm a big fan of it. I love also having a capsules of bone broth because those are easy accessible, and if I'm really hungry, most of the time my body needs protein. The body will starve without protein, so I'm just gonna grab a couple capsules of bone broth and I'm good to go. Next question was, what if my blood sugar drops? Now that's a good one. If your blood sugar drops, you may be not diabetic, but you could be pre-diabetic, or simply your pancreas could be exhausted from eating too much sugar. So you might gonna have to take a baby steps towards fasting. That might be not right for you, so make sure you talk to your wellness professional. Next question, I tried it before and my hair started falling. Well, again, that's where we come back to protein. Your hair needs protein. It needs some other ingredients too, but protein would be number one. Fat, and when you're in fasting mode, you're not consuming enough protein. So yes, of course, your hair will start falling. Some people even have a joint and muscle aches. So get back to bone broth. You don't have to do water starving. Remember, if you starting your fasting and you already lacking protein, you will quickly notice signs like your nail becoming thinner or like splitting, your hair falling, your skin sagging. So you could do fasting doing bone broth only, which is still great. Next one, I lost weight, but I gained it back afterwards. Still coming back to that starvation mode. You don't want your body to think that it's starving. If you do bone broth fasting versus water fasting, your body still gets that protein and it does not get into a starvation mode. With water fasting only, and I'm talking long-term fasting here, 7 or more days, your body could get into that starvation mode. So next time you eat, it's gonna put all those calories in you because it doesn't know when the food is coming next. So you don't want body to go in that starvation mode. You know, there's all those great vegetables that are very low in the calories that you could be munching if you're trying to do fasting, like a cucumber, celery. They're very low in sugar and they give you that crunchiness thing. So there's so many ways to do fasting. And like I said, if you're a first timer doing fasting, make sure you talk to your wellness professional because you may don't know how to do it right and will get yourself in trouble. And again, always ask yourself first, why am I doing it? See, I'm a strong believer that fasting is great if you're doing it right and if you're not putting too much stress on your body, which means you're easing into it. Maybe first you start with intermittent fasting. And again, in the intermittent fasting, we eat less amount of time. The other time we let our body rest, and maybe that eating 8 hours a day would be great for you. The biggest mistake we make in life, because we believe, is that breakfast is important, which is great. I agree, but we eat dinner too late. So our window of eating expands too much. And so many people come to me and say, you know what, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm not sleeping well. I'm waking up at night. And first question I ask, when was your dinner? What time do you usually eat your dinner? And most people eat dinner too late. So guess what? Instead of resting, your body is digesting food. Keep in mind, digesting is a lot of energy for your body. So by you concising or lowering that window of eating to 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, now you give your body a longer period of time to rest and do other things. For example, heal internally. So I love your questions. Thanks for watching. Make sure you ask them, suggest topics, and I will see you next Wednesday.